Group representing social media companies like Facebook is now suing Georgia. It is over a new law that is set to take effect in July, requiring parental consent for young children on social media. Atlanta News First reporter Abby Casouras spoke with parents on both sides of the issue tonight.
We were here when Governor Kemp signed the bill into law, requiring the social media companies confirm the age of their users and restrict access for children under the age of 16. Advocates say that something has to be done to protect kids from the dangers of social media, while naysayers say it's a gross overreach of government power. Ashley King says with a 9-year-old, a 1-year-old, and one on the way, she worries about social media, the bullies and predators that prowl on the sites. An advisory note from the U.S. Surgeon General warns although there are some benefits, social media use presents a profound risk of harm for kids.
It's still a cruel world out there, though.
95% of teens 13 to 17 report using a social media platform, with more than a third saying they use social media almost constantly. Although age 13 is the required minimum age for most social media sites, nearly 40% of 8 to 12-year-olds use social media. Mom and grandmother Brenda Phillips says it shouldn't be up to lawmakers to pass limits. She says parents need to parent.
Of the fast, everything is just, push a button, everything is online, everything is different.
Industry group NetChoice represents companies like Facebook and YouTube. They filed a lawsuit to overturn portions of the law, claiming it violates free speech and the rights of the companies themselves. Attorney General Chris Carr releasing us this statement, saying it's a shame that the industry would rather file a lawsuit than partner with us to protect children from online predators. Richard Griffiths with the Georgia First Amendment Foundation says Georgia is now the 8th state facing a legal challenge. It's going to cost the state critical taxpayer dollars, defending a bill he warned was problematic from the start.
These legislatures were trying to do the right thing. They went around about it the wrong way. Parents should be the one empowered to look after their kids and make sure that they're safe online. That's a key thing that really was left out of this bill. What this bill does is gather information on children and put it in the hands of big corporations.
The law would impose fines of up to $2,500 for those companies that don't confirm the age of their users here in Georgia. In Atlanta, I'm Abby Casouras.